Thank you, Mario. Thank you, Mario. After this introduction, being the substitute of Mario Calderini, it's very hard to me to introduce Giovanna Melandri, but I will do my best. Mario, unfortunately, had an healthcare problem. He was not able to be in Rome today, but his greetings to the organizers, to speakers and author of this conference. This is the second year, and as a professor at Polytechnic of Milan, I'm very happy to be part of this conference because it represents a way to deepen the social impact field through the university support in the scientific approach to this frame. I really briefly to introduce Giovanna. I mean, it's not needed, but I have to do it, because let me move to the practitioners.
I'm really waiting for it.
As you can understand, it's not so formal, the approach, but this represents a part of our job here, and this is something connected to the real world. I mean, this topic around the world is made by academics, is a scientific approach, but at the same time, the impact investing world represents a way to connect theoretical approach to the ground. And this is peculiar because for the first time, I think, in a financial sector, the two paths are growing together, and at the same time, practitioners and academics are working to the same field. This was the outcome of the meeting that we had a few hours ago from the scientific committee of the Social Impact Agenda for Italia, Social Impact Agenda per l'Italia, the Italian NAB, and this topic representing how it is possible to drive the scientific approach to the impact investing development to the ground is the key on which we are working on. This is to introduce our presidents, and I have to underline about how her approach to this topic represents perfectly what I was saying before. I mean, how the connection between theory and practitioners is the way to support. So, Giovanna, please take the floor as our president of the Social Impact Agenda.
Thank you. Very happy to be here with you today. Is it? Yes, better. So we're speaking English this morning, right? This afternoon.
This afternoon, as you.
Yes. Okay. It's fine.
The way you like.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine for me. Okay, I was asked to introduce the two roundtables today with somehow a brief history, a brief story, in fact, and an overview of what is happening and what are the building bricks of this international and global movement. And I think I should start from here to reach just 1 minute later the experience we are creating in Italy. As Mario Latorre was mentioning before, and I also want to publicly thank him for the great effort that he has put in organizing this conference. This whole exercise started, I'm going to be very brief on this because many of you know the story already, but maybe some of you don't. I see many students here, and maybe it's good for them to know how this whole exercise started. This exercise was ignited at the G8 level, in fact G7, because Russia had stepped down from the G8. And it started in 2013 with the action of, at the time, Prime Minister of the UK, Cameron, who had the presidency of the G7 and who established a task force, a G7 task force for social impact investment. And that's when Mario Latorre, myself, and Mario Calderini were representing Italy in this task force. And that's when we started to understand what this exercise could mean for Italy. What it meant to put together all the stakeholders and all the convinced stakeholders. Again, here I should say that, as Roberto Randazzo was saying 1 minute ago, that when we talk about social impact investment, we are talking about very many different tools, but with one objective. And the objective is to channelize finance, channelize capital, channelize investments to areas where positive impact is created. Social impact and environmental impact. I also want to stress this point immediately because I think that one of the most interesting things that has happened in the recent months is that, if I may so say, the International Platform for Social Impact Investment has met or has joined with the International Platform for Climate Change, has met and has joined with the International Platform for the SDGs, for meeting the SDGs in due time. So I think this is one of the interesting things to say at this moment. Social impact investment and the work that the task force, the G7 task force originally designed was very much starting from two sides. It really started looking at the new needs, the new social needs. I would say this is the most important part of this whole exercise. What are the new social needs that are not met by our social welfare systems? What are the new social needs that are not met by the private capital allocations? And where is the blurring line between private capital allocations and somehow the deficits of the social welfare structures? In the last legge di bilancio last year, we had managed, I really want to say we, because it was a collective effort by the Social Impact Agenda per l'Italia and all its stakeholders to create a fund for, it's called il Fondo per l'Innovazione Sociale, which should be the and it is an outcome fund, small outcome fund for Italy, and it is very unfortunate to say that it's blocked, fermo, lo dico in italiano, congelato, since 1 year. And again, I mean, we are doing all our best to unlock the fund, to start doing some experimentations of social impact bonds, or experimenting also in Italy schemes structured on pay by results, financial schemes. I really hope that moments like this and venues and conferences can help us grow this attention and lobby positively to this government to make this fund work. Thank you very much.